Okay, she's giving that a shot.
Hello, 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 hello. Mic check. I can hear you now.
It was probably in the middle.
Okay, mic check 1, 2, 3. Mic check 1, 2, 3. Walking outside.
Welcome everybody to your 4 to 5. I'm Eric Chilton here with Lauren Coleman, Maddie Gardner, and Monique Robinson.
Yeah, Monique is joining us at the top today because, I mean, I was just going out to lunch and all of a sudden the sky falls out. We had some rain this afternoon.
Yeah, that tends to happen when we have a line of showers sort of moving through. I mean, some of them kind of come out ahead of it and then they leave a downpour. I know I was speaking earlier with Tim Buckley, our chief meteorologist, and where he lives, he had a great big downpour. Here at the station, didn't get to see much rain, but the cloud cover, surely enough, rolling in. Even on our satellite and radar, you can sort of see that line extending well to our north, and some locations already having some severe thunderstorm warnings and even tornado watches, but this is in the Maryland region. Here at home, we're dry at least for now, but earlier today we did tackle on some rainfall in some location. You can see Greensboro just shy of about 0.2 inches there, but I mean, not everyone saw rain. So, I mean, the case as we go through tonight going to be much different. Rain chances do increase. You can see about 60% chance around 9 p.m. and then they're definitely increasing as we go into the night hours. This is definitely going to be one of those nights where you may wake up to a downpour. So you may be sleeping and then all of a sudden you just hear a big rumble and a drop of rain, and that's basically what the story is going to be as we go over the next several hours. So you can even see starting out your day Friday, a wet start to the day, some of which some locations across the Triad getting a real bit of rain. I mean, we've not seen this much rain in a while, at least everyone sharing in the rain activity. Some locations sort of scattered showers and storms tonight, and even going into tomorrow, everyone will get to see some rain at least at one point. So into the evening, you see it shifting further east, a cold front kind of pushing along this line of showers, making its way to the east and then out of the picture for 4th of July weekend. I know a lot of folks excited to hear that news, but although we are keeping dry conditions for the weekend here, we're keeping a close eye on what's now Tropical Storm Elsa. More details on that in just a bit.
Well, you can stay on top of the weather and be weather alert by downloading our free WFMY News 2 app. Once you download it, we will send you alerts straight to your phone.
A gas station employee is dead in Greensboro after a shooting at a Speedway gas station on Battleground Avenue this morning. Police say 72-year-old Patricia Grant was shot at a Speedway on Battleground Avenue when the shooting took place. She was taken to a hospital but later died. The shooter is still on the run. Police do not know if there is a motive to the shooting or if the suspect knew the victim. Officers are searching for evidence in the Martha Place area. Several side streets are currently blocked off. And a private vigil will be held tonight for the family and friends of GIANNA Delgado, a High Point University student police say was killed by her boyfriend, Michael Cadogan. Cadogan made his first court appearance yesterday in a Guilford County courtroom. Police believe he killed Delgado in High Point, then tried to dump her body in Tennessee, where he was arrested. Gianna's father said his daughter was a positive light in everyone's life, and she will be missed by many. The vigil will be at High Point University tonight at 8:30.
Turning now to COVID-19, I want to show you an interesting trend related to one of our coronavirus numbers. So the graph you're looking at right now is the number of North Carolinians who are in the hospital with the virus. Today it is at 396, but I want you to focus your attention to the last 4 days at this end of the graph. You'll see the numbers have slightly gone up. They're not major increases, but you'll notice this is the only time on the entire graph when this number has either stayed the same or gone up for 4 consecutive days. It's not a huge concern, but it is something we're keeping our eye on.
And right now there is just under an hour left at the Penny Barron Transitional Rehab Hiring event on its High Point campus. Candidates are invited to meet the team until 5 o'clock today to learn about job opportunities. The facility is currently undergoing construction and undergoing a multi-million-dollar expansion to bring more independent living apartments and a standalone transitional center. Services Coordinator Pamela Olson says Penny Barron is looking to fill positions to meet the growing needs of their campus.
We're really looking forward to adding these new positions as we are growing in our nursing areas. We're hiring RNs and LPNs. We're hiring certified nursing assistants, med techs. We're also adding to our housekeeping team as well as dining services.
Now, Olson says the Penny Barron expansion should be complete by the end of this year or early next year. The campus-style community has been around since 1947, and while many businesses are struggling to find employees during the pandemic, Olson says their staffing levels have been stable throughout the past year and a half.
And the commitment and the compassion and dedication that our staff show to our residents as well as their families has just remained so strong throughout the past year.
Now, if you can't make it for the last hour, those interested in applying can find the information needed online. It will be in this story on WFMYnews2.com.
Let's turn now to your headlines in the 4 to 5 roundup. President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill Biden visited Surfside, Florida today. Search and rescue crews are still looking for more than 140 people missing in the rubble of a condo collapse. It has been 1 week since the building fell in the middle of the night. 18 people are now confirmed dead. The president says he believes his administration can cover disaster costs for the first 30 days. The search for victims was paused overnight over concerns about how safe the part of the building that's still standing is. Back here at home, the city of Greensboro is offering free parking passes for businesses to give to customers. It's all an effort to bring more people downtown to shop and to eat. Businesses can get vouchers for 5 city parking decks, and they will cover parking for customers from now until the end of the year. Owners and managers can get a stack of parking vouchers on the city's website. And the venom spitting snake roaming around Raleigh is no longer roaming. It is back in captivity. Police said the zebra cobra was located and safely removed from the neighborhood it escaped from. Police officers and animal control officers cornered the snake and eventually captured it in a red bucket. The police department says they first learned of its escape on Monday night from Brittany Woods. The snake is native to Africa. It is highly venomous and it is known to bite or spit venom up to 9 feet. So the internet kind of became captivated with this zebra cobra. It even has a Twitter page. Now, the snake itself is not tweeting, obviously. It is just a parody account. But after the cobra was captured, this Twitter page sent out a notification saying, "I was hustled, scammed, bamboozled, hoodwinked, and led astray." Interesting there, right? And then another user said, "Hey, zebra cobra, you okay? Sorry you didn't get to see all you wanted to see." Another user said, "My money was on you, Zeb," short for zebra cobra. Someone else said, "Give the zebra cobra a nice spot at the Carolina Zoo." Do we want it in the tryout?
I don't know about that.
That's a sneaky snake.
Yeah.
It got out once.
Yeah, I don't need it to get out in
Yep.
my backyard.
I'm with you because I'd be gone if I did a little research on it, and I bet you did too because I know how Lauren does.
Oh.
She reads ahead, does her research every day, like a good person should. But I just did it during the commercial break before. So basically, this snake, when it bites, it can cause hemorrhaging, and then temporary or permanent blindness if that venom hits you in the eyes. So this is no joke.
Right.
And this thing was a pet. Like, I don't get that.
I'm just amazed at who found it. It was a reporter.
Yes.
Could you imagine being out on that story and just those eyes looking up at you?
No.
No.
I mean, hearing what it can do, I definitely don't want that to end up in my backyard.
No,
not at all.
Absolutely not. And yes, the person who owns it reportedly owns many reptiles, and this one just happened to get out. You are allowed to keep snakes like this in North Carolina
That
as
was my
long as they're
question.
in an escape-proof cage. Which I don't
Well,
know
apparently.
if this one can be deemed as escape-proof since the snake got out. But I'm glad it is back.
Yeah.
And the Twitter account, the parody account, is really funny. If
Yeah.
you haven't checked it
It
out.
is very funny.
Just
All
glad
right.
no one was hurt.
That's right. Everything's safe again. All right, we're coming right back. We have more ahead.
Speaking of social media, join us on Facebook.
Yes.
We're chatting with you there.
Have it.
Mic check, Jalen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Can you hear me be red? What does it sound like? Let me know. Ah! Got my keys in my pocket. Don't need
Welcome back to your 4 to 5. Today is a big day for college athletes across the nation. As of this morning, every NCAA athlete is allowed to make money from their name, image, and their likeness. WFMY News 2's Jalen Gilkey spoke with a Wake Forest professor to help us understand what all of this means. There is a lot to break down.
Yeah, it is a lot to break down, Maddie. And today is the beginning of a new era in college sports. Since the creation of the NCAA in 1906, student athletes have not been able to attach their name, signature, or their image to a product for their own benefit. That is, until today. I spoke with Todd McFall, a Wake Forest economics professor and an avid college sport fan, about what this will mean for the future of college athletics.
This is a great day because civil rights have been recognized in the United States. And what this means for college athletes in that sense is that they're going to be able to take those marketable skills they have and go out and figure out what they're worth in terms of commercial opportunities.
This means athletes now have the opportunity to be a part of local and national marketing campaigns, and they won't be declared ineligible if they profit financially. However, the average college athlete won't become a millionaire like this, but a little profit is always better than none.
I would guess that you're going to see a lot of rank and file athletes, people that aren't household names, be able to go out and do simple things like meet fans, do autograph signings, and just put a little money in their pocket.
A lot of our favorite triad athletes and athletic programs took to social media to show their support for the NCAA's decision. Our first comment comes from A&T point guard Cam Langley, who posted this message letting the people to know to DM him if they wanted to partner up to help build his brand or their companies. UNC linebacker Ra Dilworth and former Glenn Bobcat posted this message, very similar to all his social media platforms today. Duke's athletic director Nina King posted this message showing her support for the decision and emphasizing the importance of educating the athletes on the best way to capitalize on this opportunity. And lastly, UNC Chapel Hill football posted this picture as they were going over the Compass app, which will help the student athletes and the NCAA track what deals are being made. And as a former college athlete myself, and as a friend of several college and professional athletes, I'm just truly glad to see this decision made and the younger generation getting the chance to have more control over their financial future.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with this at all. We've talked about this before. I actually think it's a good thing for them. They should be able to control their likeness and that type of thing. And I don't really think it'll take away from the game. All it's going to do is make them want to be even bigger so they get a little more money from their name and likeness.
I am happy to see the education component that's coming with this at some of the universities you mentioned, who are just explaining to athletes, this is what it means. Maybe you want to talk to someone about finances or about managing your time and possibly teaming up for partnerships or campaigns and things of that nature.
One thing I saw when I was doing my research before the show is some people were saying when it comes to women in sports, there aren't as many opportunities for them after college, and that something like this could be a good change up for them.
And I also saw a tweet today that kind of shared those sentiments. Non-scholarship athletes, female athletes, women athletes, this is an opportunity for them to might not be, super big names, household names, to be able to take their time and that effort that they're putting out in the world, and they're getting some monetary back.
I can also see this encouraging more student athletes to go to college, because a lot of times we see these amazing superstars out of high school. For example, Olympian Simone Biles, she didn't go to college. She was making money as an Olympian. I mean, she already had sponsorship deals, and she couldn't have competed in the NCAA because of that.
Now they can build their brand, make some money before then. Yeah, it's very good. All right, 4 to 5 continues in just a minute. Coming back.
Maybe one day they can make as much money as Eric.
Well, the humidity is still on tap for today, but as we go through the course of the weekend, things are surely enough going to change. I think everyone's going to agree by Sunday, it's going to be a nice 4th of July day. The radar now picking up on a little bit of activity towards the west. So if you're in the mountain areas, you're hearing thunder, maybe seeing some lightning, but not everyone, seeing showers as of now, mostly dry on our radar. That's going to change as we go through the course of the night, but you can see some showers kind of lightening up as they're shifting eastward. But again, this is just the start of things. This rapid refresh model sort of showing you how this timing is going to be as we keep moving through the course of our day. When will we get to see the rain in the heart of the triad? Well, you can see that's really not going to be as we go into tonight. And again, like I said earlier, the heavy downpours, you're going to hear them probably when you're sleeping. In terms of severity, not so much, just the thunder and the lightning, but flooding, maybe potential even going into your Friday, but for the most part, not tracking the chance of any truly severe weather. But again, you see the timing of this kind of moving through your Friday and then kind of clearing out as we head into your Saturday, and then really getting to see even clearer skies. That cold front kind of really initiating these pop-up storms that we're already starting to see and going to continue to see as we go through the course of the day. That full 7-day, kind of putting it all into perspective for you, heating up as we go into the start of the work week next week. Just got to get over these shower days as we go for your Friday and Saturday. I'll have more details on Elsa soon.
You know, I love it when groups get together and combine resources to throw one big party. That is exactly what's happening in Winston-Salem this holiday weekend. This is between the Dash and the Disco Turkeys. I spoke with Dash President and General Manager CJ Johnson about the party and their special guest performer. Take a look. CJ, this is pretty cool. So did it just dawn on you guys that all of a sudden you're like, hey, we don't have anything going on this weekend. Let's throw a party.
As soon as the schedule came out, we looked at it and said, oh no, for the first time in a decade, we don't have a game on July 4th. And we know the community looks to us to put on a great show. So we talked to the city of Winston-Salem and said, we're going to put on the biggest party that the city's seen this year. Got a full schedule. We've got Disco Turkeys baseball beginning actually at 2:45. We've moved up that start time, so 2:45 for Disco Turkeys. Then we've got live music, 3 great acts. We've got Watchtower, we have Thomas Mack, and then a really neat local artist that's blowing up in Nashville, Cooper Allen. And then what everybody's waiting for, July 3rd fireworks at 9:30, roughly start time right after all the musical acts.
All right, Cooper, so CJ set you up and said that you are something else. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Well, yeah, obviously, from Winston-Salem, got the hometown pride. I used to go to Warthogs games back when it was Ernie Shore Field before Truist Stadium was even built. But grew up in Winston-Salem, went to UNC, go Heels, and been living in Nashville for about 3 years now, trying to make the whole dream happen and get after it. So it's been an awesome ride, and there's nothing more fun than getting to go back home to Winston-Salem and play shows for friends and people in the area. It's one of my favorite things to do. So Saturday night, it's going to be rocking. It's going to be high energy. It's going to be some good country music and rock and roll. We're going to do some mashups. We're going to do everything you've ever seen on TikTok over the past year and a half. You're going to see Saturday night. So y'all should go get your tickets. It's going to be me, Thomas Mack, and there's no better way to celebrate Independence Day, baby. We'll see you there.
He is so much fun.
Love his energy.
Yes.
Everything you've ever seen on TikTok, you'll see that night.
Not sure what that means.
Okay. I'm a little scared.
He might do a lot of dances. Who knows?
That'd be fun.
Yeah, so obviously it's fun that they're doing this. So you get the baseball game, right, with the Wooden Bat League team, the Greensboro Monarchs, and they'll be playing the Disco Turkeys, but then the food and the live music and all that. They said, we want this to be the biggest 4th of July party in Winston-Salem. Now, remember, that is the 3rd. That's Saturday night they're doing this.
Okay. I'm just thinking about 4th of July last year and how different it is from 4th of July this year. I mean, we were all just standing here reporting, this event is canceled, this event is postponed, this event is virtual, and now we're actually able to do stuff in person, and this is great.
Virtual fireworks is
very
not the same.
great. You know, everybody's going to be looking for something to do this weekend. I think this will also be good for their exposure as well, since they're new, so people can come out and learn more about them.
It is, and and CJ was saying that they love the fact that Cooper's hometown, because he's He's Winston-Salem. In fact, we had a discussion. I was telling Maddie before the show that he said, my mom's from Surrey County. She's from Pilot Mountain. And then his dad grew up in Winston-Salem. So they're like all just local Triad people. It's fun stuff.
Schultz knew all of them. Did you get me a Disco Turkey shirt?
I want one.
All right.
To get us all one.
Well, that is not the only event happening for the 4th of July in the Triad. There are several other fireworks shows and other fun things happening this year. If you want a full list, just text USA to 336-379-5775. You don't have to do anything else. We'll send you a list of celebrations straight to your phone.
When a negative thing happens in our life, it can create a weight and hold us down. Coach Lamont tells us the one thing we need to do to move forward in today's U-Day moment.
One of the hardest questions I was asked, Lamont, why are you so afraid of your life? I had no answer, but what I discovered at that moment was I had stones. Stones I threw at myself with words I spoke, thoughts I believed, negative behaviors I normalized. I could not deny the fact that these very stones I harbored would be the very stones I would use to build a wall to protect my own pain. With this pain, I would justify self-sabotage and allowed excuses to defend my self-hatred. Maybe as I have been speaking, you are asking yourself, do I have stones? The honest answer is we all do. Our self-mission is to search our hearts and find the areas of our lives where we hurt most and find the necessary outlet to begin healing. Please remember this one thing. You can overcome anything if you're willing to put the work in.
Hello. Ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie. They forever go together like a classic combination. Maybe there should be a new mic check. Have you guys heard hanker for a hunk of cheese? That'll be next.
Hi.
You are crazy.
Who's crazy?
Our director, Brad.
Brad?
He came up with, my social question today was, what if you could come up with your own ice cream flavor, what would it be? And he came up with the weirdest one ever. But there's
so many.
But I have kind of a weird fascination with what he put in there because I'm not so sure that it might not work.
Are you talking about it, or can
Yeah,
you tell
I
us
don't want to
now?
say it yet because
okay.
it's in the script. I want to see what people think. But.
Who's on Facebook? Let's see. Bobby, of course.
Yes.
Brenda, Charlotte. Have we heard anything from Wanda, folks? Let me know.
Where is Wanda?
Jalen is there. My comments are not uploading, but good news, my iPad is working today. I've had the gremlins this week. Pam's here.
Look, the closed captioning is automatic.
Automatic closed captioning.
like that.
I keep closed captioning on my TV
Do you?
at all times.
So does my wife, and I can't. That needs to be a social thing. It's a good question
I don't
for
like
us.
it.
I
don't like
love
it either.
it. I like
know
to
a lot of
read.
people who do.
I can't stop reading it
Me
instead of
too.
watching the show.
I love it.
It'll even
So
be
what
like
do you-
scary music.
Do you
at
just?
Captain's door.
Are you looking? Good afternoon. Welcome back to your 4 to 5. Eric Chilton here with Lauren Coleman, Maddie Gardner, Monique Robinson is hanging out right there. There she is.
Yeah.
Hey.
I love having Monique here.
too.
Oh, you guys are so nice. And I'm in this pretty garden.
Isn't that nice?
And the sun is trying to say hello.
Well, we've had some rain today. We got more on the way, don't we?
Yes, I mean, me and you, we're like the weather experts
That's
here
right.
on this 4 to 5 hour. And yeah, you're right. We saw some showers early today. Well, not all of us, but some of us have seen some showers. But by tomorrow, we're all going to be saying we've seen some showers and even some storms. The numbers, though, when we're talking temperatures, feeling warm, and I haven't really felt much of it today. I've been inside soaking up the AC because it's hot and humid out there. 80s for us, 86 right now there in Greensboro, 91. I mean, some locations kind of cooler than others as we look towards the west where the shower activity has kind of moved its way through. They've cooled down to some 70s. Tonight, I'm expecting us to drop to some low 70s, but still feeling the mugginess. Tomorrow, we're going to struggle to reach the 80s. I mean, the showers and storms will really keep us on the cool side and the abundant cloud cover as well. So here's the details you need to know for this 4th of July weekend. Showers and storms sticking around starting tonight, going into your day tomorrow. The nice thing is, after that cold front that's pushing in those storms, we're going to get low humidity and lower temperatures. And then back to that typical warmth and humidity as we start next week. Talking about Tropical Storm Elsa that has been showing better organization and development over the last couple of hours. I mean, right in this heart of heat. Sea surface temperatures in the 80s like this really acting as good fuel to really help Elsa strongly develop, and that's what we're expecting to see as we go over the next several hours. The spaghetti models kind of showing where this system could potentially go by the end of next week. Some models are kind of hinting at what potentially could be curving along the coast, but we don't know and we are days away. I'll keep a close eye on it just for you at home.
Monique, thank you so much. Know before you go. That's our motto here. You can download the free WFMY News 2 app. You can get our weather alerts sent straight to your iPhone.
Let's get to your 4 to 5 roundup. A gas station employee is dead in Greensboro following a shooting early this morning. Police say 72-year-old Patricia Grant was shot at a Speedway on Battleground Avenue when this shooting took place. She was taken to the hospital but later died. The shooter is still on the run. Police do not know if there is a motive to the shooting or if the suspect knew the victim. Officers are searching for evidence in the Martha's Place area. Several side streets are blocked off. And Guilford County Animal Control says a fox attacked and injured 2 people Wednesday night. That attack happened on Corondo Drive. We did get access to the 911 calls when the attack was reported. Take a listen.
Is it acting aggressive towards anyone else?
Yeah, somebody's holding him down.
Okay,
right now.
I need you to not hold the fox down.
Oh, you guys.
What just happened?
Oh my God, she's got blood all over.
What
2
happened?
people have gotten bit now. They got rocks around his heads and hitting them with the sledgehammer.
Wow. Animal control did take the fox off for rabies testing. We are working to confirm more information about this attack. WFNY News 2's Jess Winters will bring you a live update tonight at 5. And Princes William and Harry unveiled a statue honoring their mother, Princess Diana, on what would have been her 60th birthday. The brothers issued a joint statement describing their mother's strength and character as a force for good. Now, this is the first time the princes have been together since Prince Philip's funeral, after Prince Harry and his wife Meghan's decision to step away from royal duties last year. The statue stands outside of the Kensington Palace.
Now that fully vaccinated people can shed their masks, what happens to all of them? Well, students and staff at Eastern Carolina University say those old masks could help improve North Carolina roads. A group at ECU believe the fibers in masks can mix with asphalt to pave roads, and that recycled mask could actually prevent our roads from deteriorating. How does this all work? I know that's the question you have. Well, they say masks become a liquid when they're added to hot asphalt, and the two stick together like glue. The mixture gets stronger over time rather than weaker. Smart people are great. They are.
I'm glad they're here.
No, seriously, because how cool is this? I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. I was traveling, and when I walked out of the airport and people were allowed to take their masks off, there was like a pile, and it was nasty.
Oh, really?
And I was
That
like,
is
okay,
gross.
first, that's rude. Pick up your mask, throw it away. But second, what can we be doing to get rid of these in a responsible manner? And then there you go,
Yeah,
a few days later.
I like this idea because I was just thinking about, as we don't need our mask as much now, I have boxes and boxes and boxes of these masks. In my car, I got one at my desk. And it's like, this is a great way that it can be put to use rather than us just throwing them away.
It's funny because I think now I'm noticing it just because all this is kind of coming to a close, but you see the boxes everywhere, like at businesses and stuff. And nobody's taking them as much anymore. And I'm thinking, what do you do with it now? We know.
Right, especially if they can use used masks. So like ones that people have already worn that are going to end up in landfills. I don't know how long it takes for one of these to
I know, me either.
deteriorate and be absorbed, but I mean, I think that this is definitely a better way to do it.
That's a Tanya Rivera question, which we will pose.
She wants to know.
She's looking at us like,
she's staring at us right now.
Okay. All right, well, I want everyone to stick around because this next story is awesome. A Summerfield man says older people should get Apple Watches, and here is why. He says that his, hey Monique. He says his Apple Watch, though, saved his life. So Mike Yeager was wearing his Apple Watch when he collapsed in his driveway, and moments later, the fall detection feature went off. The device sent an alert checking in on him, and when he did not respond, the watch didn't detect movement either. It just automatically called 911.
And I could have laid in the driveway for 2 hours before she got home from work. I don't know what would happen, but it didn't sound good. I'm really glad I had it. I recommend it to anybody over 65 to get one.
That is not the first story I've heard like that. Remember the hiker who went down and the fall detection alerted 911? Yeah, this is awesome.
The Apple Watch has a lot of functionality that's very beneficial to your everyday life, so I definitely agree.
Well, and some of the stuff you don't go that deep into the watch. A lot of people don't. You really have to read the manual, go back in and see what's there. Because I even found things, and even though I still have the Samsung and things like that I didn't realize were there, that you had to put in an emergency contact so it would call that person and 911. It's really interesting.
Yeah, they're so useful. I know I see you guys looking at yours a lot. My sister's always talking about her heart rate levels. From the, and I know that some people have said they went to the doctor because it alerted them that something was wrong.
I think if they don't already, that other smartwatch technology manufacturers should put a feature like this in their devices too. Again, if they haven't already, because I mean, saved his life.
It's life-saving.
Saved others.
It's really fascinating how technology has advanced even over the last like 5 years. Because I mean, prior to this, we didn't have things that were this quick to be able to respond to.
What do you think is the number one thing you use it for, besides just looking to see what time it is?
Definitely my exercise, counting, my calories as well as my heart rate as well. When I'm in the middle of an exercise, it really can tell me, how much calories I'm burning, which is really nice to see.
Maddie?
For me, I actually find that it helps me not look at my phone as much, because if I get a notification, I can just look and be like, oh, my mom's texting me. I'll text you back in a minute. She is texting me. I will text you back in a minute.
I have at home. I don't. It was huge. The Samsung version was so big. It looked like I had like a giant thing on my wrist. I was like, no, I want something different. The Apple Watch is smaller.
Yes.
I plan to get one soon.
Yeah. All right, let's.
All right, friends, this is what we think of superheroes, right? Maybe we think of, you know, someone with tights and capes, but the hero I'm talking about wears a t-shirt and shorts. So we're going to show this right behind us so that everybody can see it too. T-shirt and shorts. Do you see what it says on his shirt? It says, "My cape was in the wash."
So funny. I like it. It's clever.
Cute. Uh-huh.
Very cute.
So our hero of the day, his name is Junior. He's 10 years old. He's a hero to many, including the little girl who is in front of him. That's 5-year-old Egypt.
They are both adorable. So we know that the little girl is okay,
Yes.
but why is he a superhero? What happened?
Okay, I think I could tell you the story, but I think he tells it even better.
We were just playing, and so I seen a little girl down there. I just acted. I didn't think about nothing. And brought her to the stairs and said she was drowning, and they started doing CPR. She was not breathing at all. She was like passed out.
So Egypt was in the pool and she was not breathing, and Junior dived in and saved her life.
I was so scared. My baby was not breathing. She wasn't doing nothing, no moving. And I watch stories like this all day, every day, and it could have been my story. But you know, my story came out a blessed story because of him. I'm so blessed.
He also inspired us that it doesn't matter the size or your age, you can make a difference, you can save a life, you can change the world. So we all are, the whole family is extremely proud of him.
Yeah, the two families met each other for a celebration of life. Egypt is just fine, and Junior is a hero for sure. Now, he said he was scared, but he knew he had to do something.
What a smart
brave.
kid. Yes, brave too. I agree.
Fearless.
I mean, I think it just goes to show it's never too early to start talking to your kids about water safety, what to do when you're around a pool, teaching them to swim. Then once they know how to swim, teaching them how to help others.
It happened, my youngest was around the corner from us at a lake, and we were at a lake house, and you expect to hear the screaming and yelling, and all we heard was like a little shuffle, and I was like, what was that? And we looked, and she was getting in too deep, and she couldn't swim.
Okay, well, here's the thing. Drowning doesn't look like we think or what we hear, right? It doesn't look like it's in the movies. So we want you to take a look at this YouTube explainer. You would think that there's lots of thrashing about and splashing, but really people who are drowning bob up and down. They look like they're fine, but they're eerily still. With the holiday coming up, we want to make sure that you know the best safety practices for pool and water safety. Greensboro Parks and Recs is helping us out, so text your questions to our expert, 336-379-5775.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time, don't we? A work-life balance. It is very hard to do, but it's a must. And no one knows this better than Stephanie Quayle. In addition to being the owner of Summerfield Farm, she's also a country music performer, shuttling between the Triad and Nashville all the time, all while taking the time to do an interview with us. Take a look. So Stephanie, it is the big question when someone's trying to make it big from, a mid-sized market, the Greensboro and Triad area. We're not a Charlotte, we're not a Atlanta, we're not a Nashville. So talk about that work-life balance and how you still try to achieve your goals.
I've lived a little bit of everywhere, and over the course of last year, I really learned how to find a way remotely, being here on the farm in North Carolina, where most of my work is out of Nashville. I think for those that are getting into this business and trying to find a way, social media is such an incredible tool because we're able to connect in real time. And then really collaborating with, like-minded people that want to do this. I think the most important part of it is to remember that it's a business. And even though you're creating music and you get to play music, it is still absolutely a job.
You're involved in a lot of projects locally, not just in Nashville. You're here playing music as well. And you have some stuff coming up pretty soon, right?
I'm so excited to be back performing live for humans. I've performed to a lot of screens over the last year and a half, but we will be playing at Cone Denim on July 31st in downtown Greensboro. It's one of my favorite venues. I'm headlining the show, which is such an honor. And the doors are at 8. Tickets are only $12, and it's all ages, which I love because I really cater to every age and try to make the shows family friendly so that it can be either a date night or a night for the whole fam.
People may not know that you own Summerfield Farms, which we feature quite a bit on the 4 to 5. This is a cool space. How is that going?
Summerfield Farms is such a blessing. I got to spend most of last year here and really be a part of our community. Watching so many people be able to come out to the farm and catch their breath has been really tremendous. So you might see me sweeping up in the market the same day that you see me playing at Cone Denim.
Stephanie, thanks for taking time. You're too busy. I got to let you go. Thanks for having time for us. She's always going somewhere, shuffling around, but really a true Triad treasure for us because she's really good. I mean, if you've never heard her sing before, she's incredible. But to be able to balance that and to try to make it big from a mid-sized market like we are, it's not easy.
We were just listening to some of her music during the break, and she sounds amazing. I want to check more of her out, but I think her probably having a great support system at home and her family and maybe her employees allows her to be able to travel back and forth and achieve her dreams.
Yeah, and having Summerfield Farms, it's not just like a passive thing.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work, and every time I check back on their website or on Facebook, they're having an event or they're doing something or there's a wedding there, so a very busy woman.
She jokes, but it's really the truth, and she said, I'm making a joke, but it actually happens. She goes, sometimes I'm in there late at night after we close down and I'm sweeping up, and then the next day she's shuffling off to Nashville to start a recording session, so it's pretty amazing.
Hard work. You got to make those sacrifices, though, to achieve your dreams.
Or you won't get there, that's right.
All right, great story, but in other news, North Carolina artist Bob Timberlake's exhibit opens tonight, celebrating 50 years in our state. The anniversary exhibition at the Bob Timberlake Gallery in Lexington will have pieces never seen before and easel study paintings. Timberlake's first art show was held in May 1970. Now you'll remember our Eric Chilton spoke with Timberlake earlier this week about the exhibit.
And a lot of this show is going to be about my doodling side. We've got a lot of easels, drawings, and things like that I doodle on while I'm painting and have ideas, put quotes down, got to go to the doctor next week. It's kind of what I'm thinking, not just while I'm painting, but after I get through with the painting.
The exhibit's opening was delayed because of the pandemic, so this year is Timberlake's 51st year as a professional artist, and you can check it out now through August.
Brad, hi there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hello, hello.
Well, our radar is picking up on showers and storm activity well to our west. Everyone's going to be talking about the showers going into tonight, starting out your day tomorrow, and then continuing through your Friday. So again, seeing the storm activity towards our west, most of the triad staying dry now, not going to be the case as we go into tonight and tomorrow. Temperatures in a mix of 90s and 80s, cooler as we move to the west, where the showers have already started to make their way through. The dew point still feeling uncomfortable right now. I've been in the AC. I encourage you to stay in the AC as the humidity kind of sticks around, making for sticky feels. That rainfall forecast kind of timing things out by Friday morning. You can see a range, Friday evening, excuse me, a range here of what rainfall totals we can be expecting to see. So some of which greater than others. Again, these are scattered showers and storms that kind of line pushing through, making for some areas seeing more rain than others. The dew points kind of take a nice dip for your Saturday and Sunday, making for a very comfortable cookout, but then it returns back for your Monday and Tuesday. So here's a look at that full 7-day for you. Cooler for your Friday, Saturday even cooler as well, and then your Monday and Tuesday we see that heat and humidity start to roll back in. So for the most part, 4th of July and shaping up to be a nice day across the triad. Enjoy it.
So here's one for you. Today is National Creative Ice Cream Flavors Day. Yep, I had never heard of it either. Ice cream is a favorite sweet treat for a lot of us. It is believed to have originated in China during around the 600 AD period. Now today, we've come a long way from just the chocolate and vanilla, but some of the flavors get a little crazy. So I asked you on Facebook, if you could create your own ice cream flavor, what would it be? Yeah, we'll start with this one. Bobby Odom says, I like this, cantaloupe vanilla ice cream. He says, because I like taking a cantaloupe half and filling it with vanilla ice cream. Delicious, never heard of that one. Brad says mashed potato ice cream.
As in our director, Brad.
Not sure about that one. MD Moore says, I like chocolate and I like cherry, so maybe a combo of that, perhaps, that might work. Cynthia said, and I do love this idea, pineapple, banana, coconut, pecans. That sounds really good. Don says blueberry rum ice cream, not bad. Pat Lewis says it would not be the sweet Vidalia onion ice cream that I saw on Flavor, North Carolina this week. Apparently that is a thing, and she said, I can tell you what it won't be.
Like
it
that
won't
one.
be that one. Yeah, I agree.
Onions in my ice cream?
I think it's
I
think it's
My
all been
stomach
done.
hurts.
Like anything
Yeah.
that will work and
probably
should
true.
work has been done at this point. Like Blue Bunny's got it, you know?
Right.
What would you all choose if you could?
I like the tropical idea with
Yeah.
the
I do too.
coconut and the nuts. That sounded good.
I feel like Cold Stone kind of does that though.
Yeah.
What you want,
I know.
they'll just throw it in there.
I mean, back to Maddie's point, it's hard to come up with anything new,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Unless it's gross, then that's easy.
Yeah.
Like the
Brad's
ketchup
mashed potato. Oh,
Ooh.
ice
yes.
cream or something.
What?
Relish ice cream.
Why are we trying to ruin a good thing?
Yeah, that's right.
What are we
Right.
doing? Actually, Chad Silver was in the newsroom right before the show started, excited because the watermelon milkshake is back. And he was very excited, and I was concerned.
cookout.
He's right there,
Cookout,
woohooing.
right, Chad? Is that
And
what
I
it
was
is?
saying, like, the watermelon is got to be watery, so it waters on the cream. And he said that's not how it works. I just have to try it. That it like freezes in
Sounds
there.
awesome. I love
chunks of watermelon in it.
Yeah.
Apparently,
But it's blended. I think. I mean, blended pretty well. See, I like.
Sounds refreshing.
I like pineapple milkshakes. My wife can't stand those, but I love cookouts. Pineapple milkshakes. They'll blend it in with vanilla soft serve.
I need to go to a cookout with you. I've
You
never
need
had
to-
that at a cookout.
Oh,
Oh,
it's a
cookout.
restaurant. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it's a chain. Yes.
I was confused for just a second. I'm back on the same
She said,
page.
I'm coming to your house.
Yeah, that's a great
awesome.
way to end the show.
I like that. Let's throw it to Julie Lucknow on that note.
In the Philippines, they have avocado ice cream, right? It's a fruit, actually, so it's actually not too bad. All right, coming up on WFMY News 2 at 5 o'clock, a fox attacks 2 people in Greensboro. The extent of their injuries, where exactly this happened, and you can also listen to the 911 calls. That's coming up on WFMY News 2 at 5.
Mom, like, she was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She was like, I'll do like, you know.
Hi there, hello. I want to get down on this avocado ice cream.
Oh, hey there, Oklahoma watermelon.
Hi, Callie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hey there, mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
Hey, mic check. Watermelon milkshake sounds disgusting. I'd pass on the avocado ice cream as well. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's time for my 2 cents. I found myself researching the act of pruning today. It's when a gardener removes the parts of a plant that are dead or dying to allow room for new growth. If it's done correctly, it helps a plant bloom into its natural state, protects it from damage or pests, and creates a healthier plant. But it seems so counterintuitive, doesn't it, to cut something down to try to help it grow. Pruning, however, is an important part of gardening, and it's also an important part of life. As we grow, there are parts of our lives that will start to slow us down. You may take a step back and realize that you're growing in the wrong direction, or there's a part of your life that's keeping you from moving in a healthy way. It may be that you need to prune some areas that are no longer helping you. And those parts will be different for everyone. For some, it could be a bad habit that needs to be pruned, or maybe even a person who could be holding you in place. Perhaps it's a job that's throwing you off. And to be clear, just because we need to prune those parts of our lives now doesn't mean they never helped us grow. They could have been an important part of how we got to where we are. But it's time to move on. It also doesn't mean that they meant to hold us back, just like a branch isn't trying to hurt a tree. But there comes a time when we have to get out our shears and start pruning. Some parts may be easy to cut off, others more difficult, but we have to remember that pruning is inevitable and necessary for us to grow. That's my 2 cents. That's your 4 to 5. WFMY News 2 at 5 starts now.
A lot of green on the radar. Storms moving closer and closer to the triad as we gear up for a wet night. Our chief meteorologist